Good morning. It is 6:07 on a.m. on Thursday, February 13th, 2020. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, I stayed home from work yesterday, and it's a good thing that I made that call because, dang, I went back to bed, slept for 4 hours, got up, ate a bleary lunch while watching the live-action Lion King, and then went back to bed again, sleeping overall an extra 8 hours yesterday. Still felt pretty bad for most of the day. Still feeling somewhat bad today, but improved. And so I can only imagine how much less progress I would have made having tried to work instead of getting an extra 8 hours of sleep. So, today's one of those judgment call days where I think I'm feeling better enough that I could get work done, but I'm still coughing a lot, which I'm sure will not endear me to my coworkers. But I do have stuff to do, so So I'm going to try to go in and hopefully that'll work out okay. Just mainline cough drops all day. Got one in my mouth right now. I hope it's not too gross on the microphone. So speaking of the live action Lion King, I did watch it as part of kind of an agreement with Mike, my co-host for Watching 100 Movies. When we were talking about the Oscars, the subject of the live-action Disney remakes came up. And, I've previously expressed that I'm not really a fan, whereas he liked this one, and so I kind of agreed that I would see it so we could talk about it. I haven't really changed my position, but let me clarify in case anyone is not clear on my position, is that I absolutely respect the craft that goes into making them. It's unquestionable that a lot of people of extreme talent have worked very, very hard to make these movies as good as they can be. And they, in many respects, are very successful. And that is, I think, both an artistic success and obviously these movies make money, so it's a success from that perspective as well. And so I can't even really, there's not a lot of room to say that Disney shouldn't make these movies because, ultimately they're trying to make money and people obviously want to see these, and so on that basis, it's not like I am opposed in principle or think that it's somehow immoral to make them. That's stupid. No, of course not. But I am personally a big fan of the 2D animation aesthetic, which is already kind of going the way of the dinosaurs, just in favor of the 3D computer animation, which can also be great, of course. But to take classics of 2D animation and strip away that aspect of them and replace it with, an attempt at photorealistic animals, feels to me wrong-headed. So, as I watch this live-action Lion King, I'm watching it and thinking to myself, this is a remarkable achievement, remarkable for two reasons. One, it's impressive, and two, but why though? Now, obviously a lot of people like it, so I guess that's why, but there was never a point watching the live action one where I felt like I'm glad I'm watching this instead of the original one. I mean, the only reason for me to watch it was to compare them, and for me, the animated one is better in every respect. In particular, Be Prepared is one of my all-time favorite villain songs, and the neutered version in the live-action one was profoundly disappointing to me. And that one was that doesn't even have anything to do with the CGI aesthetic other than, who knows why. Like, did they think that, like, sort of the Nazi imagery in the original version, or, was too political or something? I mean, I don't know, but I was really disappointed with the version in the live action movie. I don't know why they changed it so much, but it's a nothing compared to a cool song now. Anyway, but I mean, the movie is clearly made with skill, but it's a little bit just like, I think I'm just the wrong audience for it. I don't want it to look like it's live action. I want it to look like 2D animation like it originally did, which it does. And the original version still exists, so that's fine. And so, excuse me, I don't feel like the live action one ruins anything. It's really just for me that clearly people of talent and skill worked on it. And I can't help but imagine what would they have made instead if they could have worked on a new original thing instead of this. I don't know. Anyway, that's my take on the live action Lion King. And I still can't talk very well, so I'm going to leave it there, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes. Hopefully I will continue to improve.